To start your knit or crochet, you've got to learn how to make a slip knot. This is how I suggest left-handed people do it. Throughout our left-handed videos, you will quickly observe that I am extremely right-handed, so you can have a good laugh at how uncoordinated I am when I try to do things left-handed. I have lots of lefties in my family, so I know how unfair the world is to lefties. Okay, we've got our ball of yarn, and we're holding in our left hand, this is for lefties, what we call the working yarn, the yarn that comes out of the ball. And then in our right hand, we've got the tail, what we call the tail end yarn. I do insist that you leave yourself a nice long tail. That'll make sewing in later. That's the only thing in knit and crochet I seem to be pretty rigid about. All right, so between your thumb and forefinger on your left hand, you've got a hold of it, and similarly on the right side. So you now move your left hand to your right hand. Lift up your right thumb and pin down so you've got that loop. Make sure that the working yarn is on top of the tail end, which it is. Now let the tail end fall behind. You see that little vertical line? Again, you can move the tail part out of the way. We're not using that. So take now that working yarn and with your left hand pull it through. So now it should look sort of like this. Now let go of the loop that's in your right hand and just move your right thumb and forefinger down to the strand, down to the tail end strand, and tug. You've made a slip knot, and it's called a slip knot because it can be made larger or smaller, and if you pull it all the way, it comes out. So again, let me show this for lefties. Holding the working yarn in your left hand and the tail end, leaving a nice long tail in your right. Left over to right. Pin down your loop. Let's make that loop a little bigger, like that. Remember that the working yarn needs to be on top of the tail end yarn as you put it down with your right hand. Let the strand, the working yarn strand, fall behind. And notice if you want, you see how I'm gripping it with my right hand there, gripping the tail end to just get it out of the way. Now, reach through. You can see how uncoordinated I am. Reach through. And again, this is the key moment. It needs to look more or less like this. So now is when you keep holding with your left, let go with your right of the loop, and just have the strand of the tail end and pull. There's a slip knot. Keep practicing.